Welcome back to Reasonable Doubt Season 2, Episode 4. So let's get into this review. So the episodes pretty much start off with Jax is looking at Chanel Lioness getting interviewed about the whole, talk to a psychiatrist about what happened and, from beginning to end and how old boy JT is not here and he's dead. Jax is watching it and she just feels like the bitch is lying like she usually do. And she ended up talking to Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock Holmes says, so the guy she tried to run away with, which happened last episode, because Chanel thought she was gonna be Bonnie and Clyde and stuff and go on a run. Pretty much said that the guy he ended up getting bailed out of jail and he ended up catching some flight somewhere. So yeah, pretty much Chanel is sneaky and she's lying, and she just as sneaky as the guy she killed. He just overpowered her because he was a dude. But I would say this, I just feel like Jax know is something wrong in the sauce. It's just that Jax has his woo woo woo, that's my friend. We've been friends since high school. So she's trying to overlook what her, being a lawyer for a long time, discernment is telling her. So, let's see how long this lasts. Back to the next scene. So we get to the next scene, and Black Jobs pretty much tells Jax and everybody at the board that they feel like Chanel should have like a primetime episode about the situation, like go on primetime and talk about, try to clean up her character, get the public to do the woo woo woo. She was getting her ass whooped, and this guy's a monster, and she had no choice to yaga his ass. So what's that Dateline? They want her to do some type of Dateline and some shit, okay? And y'all know how Dateline be. So then Jax ends up going to talk to Chanel. Chanel number 1, Chanel number 2, and that's what I'm gonna call her as Chanel number 1, Chanel number 2. Cause Chanel is just so she went to go talk to her and Chanel's like, I don't know if I should do it, da 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 da. And Jax pretty much tell her, listen, you have bad press. Right now the people are not believing you. They're feeling like you're sneaky and liar. This is a good option. This is your only option. But she told her, like, listen, I know this is something that you might be allergic to, but you're going to have to get on here and be honest. And, like, tell the public how you first met him. Why did you like him before we got to the episode of you yagging him and killing him? Like, what happened? What was the love story? And then what was the after effect? So while she's talking to Jax, old girl is having a flashback about, back down memory lane when she first met old boy, her baby daddy. And when she met him, I guess they met at the photo magazine type of tease, Mode, Ugly Betty vibes. And why she was in charge of the whole, she was in charge. She was in charge of girls. She's telling people what to do and all this type of stuff. So pretty much he ended up walking up to her because he was supposed to be on the cover of this magazine. And I don't know what type of photo shoot this shit was because the clothes was a mess. He got this colorful hairstyle. I don't know what magazine this must have been, but whatever. This is a magazine that you make outside your basement or something. I don't know. The clothes wasn't given, but 2007 fashion was kind of questionable. But back to the story. So then next he walks over, he talking to her and all types of stuff. She's just blowing him off, da da da. Like, he a football player, he a mess, he thirsty, he an athlete. All they do is have sex with everybody, which is true. So he's trying to talk to her. Then he gonna ask her, is you Creole or something? Because I'm from Louisiana, because pretty much she's biracial. She's biracial. She's not ordinary. She's exotical. She's biracial. I'm sorry, but when he asked her was she Creole, pretty much saying, is she biracial? I damn near bust the fuck out laughing. Because I've been literally singing that damn song from that one guy. She's biracial. She's biracial. She's exotical. Bro, to be honest, that's what a whole bunch of black guys be fucking thinking when they come to these damn biracial girls any fucking way. Because first of all, to walk up to somebody, first you trying to push up on her, then you'll say, are you biracial? Cause you know you look kind of like you got that good hair. You biracial? Cause I'm from Louisiana. Like, okay, well, let's start off with this relationship fetishizing me. And that's the whole problem with this whole relationship. You saw me as an object, not a person, but sure. So she's biracial. He might be from up north. He talking about losing. I feel like he up north. This is giving me very Michigan tease. So, yeah. She's biracial. I can't. I'm just cracking up laughing because I was just talking about that song. Child, I don't know why man plays these old dumbass games. So he all pushing up on her, He kind of wooing her. You know, he being charismatic like most men usually do. Okay. So now we get to the next scene. They all cut up in the bed and stuff, and then they turn on India.Arie song. What's that song? I love the way that he makes me feel. If I'm a reflection of him. Don't bring India.Arie up in here. This man is a mess. This relationship is a fucking mess. And then he pillow talking to this girl. He gonna tell her. So he bringing out all the stops with his fucked up hair. Yeah, you look good. You know, brown skin. You know, I like your brown skin. So he all talking to her, wooing her, blah, 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 blah. And he all telling her, like, marriage is important to me. And my daughter means everything to me. I was going to get married. But my baby mama crazy. Because she had sex with me. And I'm crazy too. But I'm fucking Jackal, Mr. Hyde, and all one. But you going to find out later. Because you going to fool around Yaga's ass. Because she crazy too. He met his match with this Looney Tune. But before she got with old boy, she was like editor-in-chief, Moe magazine type of vibe. Ugly Betty vibes. And yeah. So she's really having flashbacks about why her and JT was together. Man do all that chasing just to sit up here and betray it. That's a mess. What they should have been playing when they was caked up in this goddamn bed was I'm on the highway to hell. That's what the fuck they should have been playing. AC/DC. I'm on the highway to hell. That's what the fuck should have been playing. Not that India.Arie. Cause I love no fuck that. Cause I'm on the highway to hell. Yeah. Highway to hell. Cause baby fuck around here led her to the highway to hell. She was doing good. She was successful. She had her money, her career, her freedom, bitch. And this nigga came and then fucked her up and drug her down to the highway hell. Won't he do it to you? It be your own damn parents. She remind me of a family member I know that said some shit to me. So, I just got to talk about this part. So, Jackson she asked old boy Lewis the Stalker to help fix her dress. And Lewis is upset right now because the son told Lewis the Stalker, the father, that he wanted to audition for the Hamilton play at his high school. And while him doing that, he might not be able to do basketball. So, he all up in hands, black man in basketball. And why Jack's gonna turn around and say, that's good he auditioned for Hamilton. And Lewis the Stalker is like, what about basketball? We've been training. And Jack's literally gonna say, that nigga is never going pro. Please be honest. It's so funny because when they come to basketball, a lot of people put their kids in basketball and they had them with the equipment and they be styled out to the nines. Nigga, you was not going pro. We need to be realistic. Maybe he do need to audition for Hamilton. He might go pro in Hamilton. And the dad's like, you gonna, yeah, like... But it be your own parent. Like, at least she realistic. That nigga was never going fucking pro. The way he be getting sick and shit. And this, the favorite thing people love to say when they don't make it in the leagues is, any league. And this is the popular one for football girlies. Okay? The football guys that never made it. I'm semi-proud. My ACL, and I broke it, and my knee. Nigga, you was never good enough to be on the damn team, bitch. It had nothing to do with that. Your AC, my leg, I got noodle legs. Then that's a good thing that it puts you on the team. They know that you was gonna come and drop the ball every damn time you went out there. So to save you the embarrassment, they told you to stay where you was at, over there. Okay, so I'm just crazy. That just caught me off guard because I was thinking about the situation. But yeah, back to the story. But let's go into the situation with Chanel little side dude she's messing around with, JT understudy. So this guy that Chanel tried to think she's gonna run away with to Mexico, um, oh, some random ass white dude, 30 million motherfucking dollars. I don't know if he's seducing Chanel and he thought he was gonna get some money out of her because clearly Chanel husband had the bank on him. So he meets up with this random ass white dude that's a shark clone or whatever the case may be. And they go in the house and the guy is rambling. Anytime somebody's rambling to you and you owe them money, just know that in this conversation, they're going to either spaz out or they're going to slap the dog shit out of you. And this is what this white man did. So he talking and he telling him, he warming it up real good. He's all like, I have power. I have this. A lot of people are scared of me. And because he kept asking the guy, like, did you have sex with her? Da, da, da. But he said, the one thing I don't have is, a vagina. Because he ain't lying. Because people go to war over some goddamn vagina. So, next thing you know, he was like, listen, you need to pay my $30 million. So, looking at this guy, I could tell he ain't got no motherfucking money. All he had was hopes and dreams. So he like tells the crazy ass white guy, listen, loan shark over here. I just want to call the white guy loan shark. How about we wait at the trial and just be patient? When I tell you loan shark gave him the most weakest powerful slap I ever saw somebody give somebody, he slapped the dog shot him, but he didn't slap the dog shot him. It was like, bitch, I'm sexy. What? Playing. He slapped him. And then, so he slapped him weak as hell. So the black guy was turning around. He put the gun in his face. And he's like, if you don't pay me my money, bitch, because I don't got a pussy, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I will shoot you in your balls, bitch. He didn't say shoot you in your balls, but that's something I would have said. Ow, my bone cracked. So, next so he was. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. You didn't got weak-handed slap, okay? And you had a gun pointed in your face, and you need to rent this man $30 million, and then he gonna say, okay, I can give you something today. What the hell you gonna give him $20 and some change today? You looking at you, Playboy, you look like you need the $300. Yeah, so he's gonna try to get some money, and I think he trying. Chanel definitely knows how to pick good men. She really do. She has good discernment when it comes to these guys. She knows how to pick either a woman abuser or a bum ass nigga. Like Chanel, she has excellent taste in these men. Cause this is fucking ridiculous. And she was trying to run away. She was trying to run away with this fucking juvenile delinquent. Girl, Chanel, you a mess. But yeah, back to the story. Okay, so let's get into it. So they getting ready to have this like jail interview. Okay, Dateline tease, and Jax. So Black Jobs, right? The lawyer that Jax is working with. That's his nickname. Morris Chestnut nickname is Black Job. So Black Jobs told Jax, earlier that they found somebody that can, be like the host or the interviewer for Chanel. So the interviewer that he picked, right, that he, swore up and down, would love to take this, is the interviewer that he fucked 2 episodes ago and kicked her out the house cold turkey and shit. Remember that bitch? So she get there and he telling her like this and that, like he's trying to treat her like a pawn. And then he said something about Jax or something like that, because Jax said I'm coming. And she's like, is you fucking her too? No, man, he just fucked you and left you, bitch. This is all business. Yours was pleasure mixed with business, and he chose pleasure, and it called you when it's time for business. It seemed like he has this thing where he calls you for certain things. It's like he puts you in certain categories, so when he needs you, he calls you for like fucking, and then he don't need you, he kicks you out. And then when he needs you for like a favor to help him with his case and stuff, then he calls you. So yeah, he definitely is giving, I'm putting you in a special box, and when I take you out is when I need you. So you're kind of like in a Chanel type of relationship too. But whatever. So now we go to Chanel. She's interviewing with the lady and everything. And while she's talking to the lady, Chanel's having these flashbacks, but she's at the same time explaining the story. So pretty much in 2010, they was kind of booed up because they met in 2017. It was booed up around 2010. They was like boyfriend, girlfriend. He was in the football. He was that dude. And she was still working for her magazine company. And she was still living in LA at the same time while he was like living in Atlanta because I think he played for Atlanta. And why did they look like? First of all, to be in 2017, they both look goofy as hell with these outfits. And I'm like, was he like the kicker of the team? Because the kicker don't make that much money. Because I couldn't tell that he was making that much money. Because he had this striped t-shirt on, like his name was Stripey. And then she had her hair up with these bamboo earrings, and it was giving like there was an 80s couple or something. Like they both was like slash 80s. It was giving late 80s, early 90s, like she was just looking like a video vixen from like the 90s, from that LA Cool J video. Like, I need a girl with stitches in her hair, at least a bamboo, at least poop hair, affinity back in the back attitude. Like, y'all look very 90s, 80-ish looking for 2010. Like, they had some cute clothes. Now, this outfit she got on right now for 2017 looks more like what she should have worn in 2010. But yeah. So next year, Chanel's talking to the interviewer. The interviewer is trying to, pull the story out of her. And she showed her these pictures of her getting beat up and stuff. And she was like, when he beat you up and you have these pictures, why did you put these pictures in a lockbox? Why did you not go to the authorities? And she said, I put it in there just in case he killed me, that people know that I wasn't lying. So then the interviewer was talking to her, and she's like, so when did the abuse start? And Chanel was like, emotional or physical? She said physical. So Chanel takes him back in 2017. It was his retirement party because he retired because he's a horrible fucking player, because he was actually the fucking kicker. And he decided that, so he had a retirement party. The girls was like kissing his ass and stuff. So at this time, you could tell him and Chanel was kind of like having a rough spot in their marriage. Oh, this is another thing I forgot to mention. So in 2010, when they was giving LA Cool J video, what's I saw, bamboo earrings, at least two pair vibes, they was arguing even at that time before they even had kids, because he wanted her to quit her whole career, leave her whole family in LA, and to pretty much just leave and be a football wife. And she told him, you want me to abandon my support system. You want to, because my thing is, when man try to hit you with that line of, I want you to come here, you don't know nobody, you don't got nobody, you don't really have a career or job there like that, which I'm just wondering, like, can she transfer over there? I want you all to myself. And I feel like a lot of times people try to do that so you can be in their chains, or they can manipulate the situation, and you can be very vulnerable to them and really depend on them. And that's when the claws come out. And a lot of men have that type of old school claws when they try to emotionally manipulate. And that's what the fuck he did to her in 2010. So first she was all hell no with the idea of moving to Atlanta. And he all like, listen, I gotta get the win, because if I don't, somebody else gonna come. But then at the same time, she has too much power, so she can walk away. So I'm gonna do what every woman loves to do. Get on my knees after we just had a fucking argument and propose to you in hopes that you change your mind and move all the way to Atlanta and quit your career and come my motherfucking sex slave, wife slave, football wife slave and shit. So next thing you know, they got done arguing. Next thing you know, he gets on his knees, he proposed to her. She says yes. History goes on. So now we skip to 2017. He's retired. So when he had a retirement party, they was bickering back and forth. She pretty much told him, like, hey, you can at least clean the house. I've been up all night with the 2-year-old and blase, blase. So he looking at her like, bitch, don't you know I'm the fucking man? You getting old. I got all these girls on my DM. I got girls Snapchatting my old ass. And blase, blase. So they arguing. She going back and forth. And next thing you know, he was on the phone. She's like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? So he gets up with his shady bitch ass, and he shows her a picture of some girl sending him some pictures of her titties. And he was all like, yeah, you see this? You know, and she's younger and she look better than you. And, you know, at least her body part, she ain't fat and ugly like your ass. Da da da. So, next thing you know, he pushed her in the wall and then he just pretty much tell her, like, bitch, you take out the trash because you ain't nothing but a old, washed up, haggard ass football player. So, yeah, that's when the abuse started, you know. But I really feel like the way she dressed in 2017 was given 2010. Let's get into it. So we're going back to Chanel. So Chanel still talks to the interviewer, and the interviewer lady got a little nasty ass attitude, and that's why I'm glad I read her motherfucking ass earlier because so this messy bitch decides that so she talking to Chanel and she gonna tell Chanel, you know, he was whooping your ass and shit to die. Why you didn't leave? And then Chanel's like, haven't you ever stayed in a relationship that, you know, was well overdone, but you stayed, you know? And she looked at her and kind of went off script and was like, so listen to this, because it kind of triggered her because, mind you, old girl, like I said earlier, Black Jobs is, you know, hitting it on the weekends and dumping it throughout the week, okay? He calls her when he bored, he has a dry spell, some shit like that, and he need to go and, you know, blow some steam. So he don't take her serious. And then he calls her up and she's thinking, oh, he wants me, and he doesn't. He wants you to do a favor for him for his job because she works in media. So when Chanel said that to her, like, throw it right back at her, because you going to ask somebody in an abusive relationship why you didn't leave. Well, after a while, keep on getting abused. That's some psychological, subconscious. That's just in your psyche. Just like you're like in the same type of relationship, just in a different form. Black Jobs is emotionally manipulating you. He tell you sweet ears or nothing. You stay running, even though he was in your face with, I'm never going to take you serious. But you still run into his beck and call anytime he calls you for a favor or anything. Honestly, if you didn't want to do it, you should have told him fucking no. But it's in your psyche to be the motherfucking sideline hoe when he needs something. So he does not take you serious. So she plays the 911 call. Chanel has a moment. Then Jax gets up and says, shuts the video and all types of stuff. So she goes off script. And then next, you know, Jax has a panic attack. I didn't know Jax. So Jax is on antidepressants because of the whole incident with her ex-lover. These men be fucking y'all up. So with her ex-lover, and then Jax pretty much expressed to Chanel, like, you shouldn't, because Chanel told Jax, I should have left. We not doing a shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. All I know is that man was whooping your ass, and it is what the fuck it is. He was pulling on your heartstrings. You was doing the woo, woo, woo. When you was with him, you was thinking about the good times and not looking at the bad times you was in. And honestly, shit happens. And when it comes to those chords and those emotional chords, them motherfuckers is tough. So, yeah. So when it comes to the matters of the heart, it's very complex and just too much, especially for a woman. When a woman's in an abusive relationship, that takes a lot out of her than a man. So, yeah. So yeah, and then Jax pretty much told like, you're not about to blame yourself for these insecure men and their issues and how you could. It's like, it is what it is. Like, these motherfucking men are fucked up and they just not like us. Like, they just fucked up. So what the fuck we supposed to do? Go into their fucking brain and fix shit? We can't. Because one thing they have always fucking said at the beginning of time, you can fix children when children have behavior issues, but you cannot fix a grown adult. You cannot heal a grown man. Once you turn to adult and you're fucked, you just fucked up. You just a fucked up individual. Ain't nothing a person outside of you can do that you can't do for yourself, especially if you feel like you have issues. So what the fuck was I would be able to do for this person when I'm not inside their body, I'm not inside their head, and these are actions that he's doing from his heart to fuck with her, to cheat on her. When he showed that picture of that lady sending him inappropriate pictures, he did that shit from his heart to hurt her. So at the end of the day, he was just a fucked up individual. But he came real nice and clean. He came like a smooth operator at the beginning of the relationship and turned into a fucking hellion at the ending. So next. I'm not taking. Well, like I said, I would not take accountability for nobody fucked up actions. You got me fucked up. You can't fix a broken man. You just can't. Not sideline hoe trying to threaten black jobs. She's like, she tells him if she don't come back, I'm gonna add this a part of the story. She's pretty much trying to threaten her character. I'm gonna add this to make it look messy and shit. And like we don't love a hip hop or something. And he was all like, well, if you do that, you won't have a fucking story because you's a has been, bitch. Okay? And she was like, but you need a story before the trial. Oh, I found somebody else. Girl, don't get him no more coochie. He don't like your motherfucking ass. He don't like you, girl. Stop. Stop. Get a yoni cleanse, bitch. Do something, bitch. Break the spiritual cord, bitch. He don't like your ass. Because once a man get real icy cold like that, just stop. Because you making yourself an abusive relationship too, girl. You're like a reflection of Chanel. That's probably why y'all cross paths. See that? See how those connect? Then to make matters worse, he's in love with somebody else. Booty cheeks in the bathroom, child. So now we get into another scene 3 months ago when, because the lady asks, sideline hoe asks Chanel about, old boy used to donate charities, blase, blase. And then Chanel said, well, Bill Cosby had charities too. And he said, pull your pants up. And she's like, are you saying? I hear people try to twist your words. Are you saying, like she a fucking wizard, are you saying he's Bill Cosby? Bitch, she's saying that's all a front. Doesn't mean somebody donate and give food to the homeless that they ain't no fucking killer. You don't know what people do behind closed doors. The mask that you have when you outside is not the person that you are when you're inside. And everybody know that's fucking true. So next you know, she breaks down a story. So next you know, we flash back to 3 months ago, and he's having this charity thing, and I guess he's giving back to the boys and shit in the neighborhood, giving them opportunities or da. So this is how Chanel met old boy, sideline hoe part 2, that she tried to run away with in Mexico to be Bonnie and Clyde, the little young delinquent. She met him, and booty cheeks in the bathroom. He was getting in. Next, after booty cheeks in the bathroom, we flash back in Chanel's getting, she got a bruise on her face because old boy didn't sit up here and jumped on her and stuff. And he pretty much tells Chanel, like, listen, I only beat your ass because I thought you was going to leave me. And by me beating you up, I just want to make sure it helped you stay. Like, being somebody up actually want to make them leave your ass. So next, he's crying to her. She got a whole busted face and stuff and everything. And then the anchor lady got mad because she's trying to project. Okay, Chanel's full of shit too. Okay, Chanel's a messy bitch. But this anchor lady is trying to project on Chanel with issues pertaining to black jobs and how he treats her like a sideline hoe. So to get back at black jobs, she's trying to fuck up the whole interview with Chanel, and I guess make Chanel look like she's some murderous victim. Do I feel like Chanel is an innocent lamb? No. Do I feel like some of his tricks to the game rolled off on her? Yes. Do I feel like she got caught up and she said, she got love bombed, and he, the way she broke it down was really good. Like, everything he did was trying to dominate her, control her, strip her from her identity and stuff, manipulate her with the things that women like. Like, women like that marriage. Like, when she told you no, that she did not want to move because of her career, which her career, her money, and you can't do nothing as well money, is her independence. He got on one knee to propose after having an argument. So that was a form of, I'm going to dominate this and I'm going to get what I want. So I want to do the one thing that makes girls be like, woo, marry her. Then on top of that, he takes you on these shopping sprees, and he takes you, get your hair done to, I guess, revamp yourself, rebrand yourself. Because now you in Atlanta, you're that girl, you this and that. And trying to pretty much give you stuff because it's an illusion to, once I get you nice and vulnerable, the real me gonna come out. Because now this Mr. Nice Guy I'm trying to pretend to be, I'm getting tired of this shit. And it was starting to come out when they was at that park. But he had to remember, like, you almost there, you almost there. What's this proposed to her? That she gonna quit and leave her family? So yeah, like she said, maybe this was JT plan all along to strip her, take her for all her goodies and play with her insecurities and shit, and that, yeah. So pretty much, she sat up here and did the greatest speech of all time, and she really about to have some female viewership, like woo woo woo. So she pretty much broke down like she not gonna take responsibility for him and his actions, no fucking more, and she not about to be labeled with something that she not, cause y'all try to make it like this is an innocent person, and he's not innocent. He's the reason why the problem got to this point. And she's like, pretty much like she said, which is that pillow table talk. Every insecurity she told him about, or because she thought she felt safe or something in his presence at that time, because men are really good with their damn illusions. Um, uh, how she felt fat and how she didn't feel like she was that attractive, and she had insecurities about herself growing up because she was the fat kid, and blah blah, how it is. And everything she told him, he later down the line throw it in her face, calling her this, saying she fat, saying she not cute like the other girls, da 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 da. So yeah, he sound like a stereotypical man that's have evil intent for a woman that's doing good by herself and wants to control her. So he had it coming. But Chanel, at the same time, to me, I do feel like she planned it. I mean, JT's an asshole, but she planned it. And the problem with JT is, like she just told them, she didn't have money. She gave up her career. She got kids now, and she's used to a certain lifestyle, a certain status. So it's been quite hard to leave him, because even though he's whooping your ass, people kind of get immersed in that status. I mean, you just said the same breath, you wasn't that girl. Now you kind of that girl, not through his eyes, but you got the money, you got all this type of stuff. You ain't trying to leave it like that. So I do feel like she planned to kill him. But yeah, but she got to make the public believe, to be on her side. Let's say how to say, but after that little I Am Woman speech, this is my fight song that Chanel didn't tell the girls. It made the interview lady reflect on her self-esteem and her self-worth. And she pretty much, so old boy was really coming at her real sideways, real nasty. And this is the one thing about men. Once men in their head get to looking at you in a brutality sense, and it might not be with their fists, but it could be with their words and their actions. It's time to cut that cord and cut them out your fucking space and aura and out your coochie space, girl. And I'm glad you did today. So, because dealing with him, you probably might been in Chanel's situation or seat. So she pretty much, so he comes up to her and tell her, I thought you left being unclassy, but clearly class doesn't exist when you're near. Bitch, you already a little disrespectful fuck, and you a shady bitch at the same time. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with one of the girls. She pretty much told him, like, listen, one thing I learned for today after seeing Chanel is I'm wasting my time dealing with the likes of you. And therefore, I'm not going to deal with you. He's like, are you saying I'm JT? No, I'm saying that you a piece of shit. And, you see what you get, and you need to understand what you don't want to deal with. And I'm seeing a piece of shit right in front of me, and I don't want to deal with it. So next thing you know, Jax comes up, and Jax was all like, because she's about to, and she thought Jax was going to come to her and go pound town on her, not pound town the other way, but pound town like with these words, bitch. Not these fists, because we got the cops around. So, about the whole pregnancy allegations, that kind of triggered the whole I Am Woman speech from Chanel. Because JT got some bitch pregnant, and he tried to pay everybody to die. So, Jack's like, girl, I'm not going to pound town you with my damn words, but I'm wondering where you get the information from. And that's when old girl walked away, and then she pretty much said something a little shady and stuff. So next Jax looks at him, Black Jobs, and she's like, how long have y'all been fucking? And he is like, He just sits there and look at her, and she's like, "Nigga, really?" After he kept on telling Jax, "You're too emotionally invested. You're so emotionally invested." You literally hired your sideline hoe to go interview her, and y'all got issues. Y'all have some friends with benefits type of situation that she wants to be more than, and you don't. People, and their problems. You gotta love them or not. To Lewis and Stalker being the nanny, okay? The nanny, the mammy, the housewife job, the emotional support system. So pretty much, old boy, his son got in trouble, so he got kicked out of school for 5 days because he didn't put the paws, okay? He didn't yaga one of the little bastards in that goddamn school, and he pretty much told his father about what happened. You know how men are. So he dabbed him up like, "Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, but next time, before it escalates, just walk away." But, did you knock his ass out? Okay. So next, he walks in the room. He talking his big shit on the phone with his friend. And he's like, "Yeah, I know my mom might be mad, but my dad was with her. But, you ain't gonna be calling me gay. You ain't gonna call me gay and say I'm doing gay shit, da-da-da." So the father walks to the door. He was like, "Hang up the phone." And he was like, so the son pretty much expressed to him that, like, first the father come down. He's like, "You can't be fighting because of what the words that people say and all this type of stuff." Because the son's expressing, like, he want to do theater and stuff and all types of stuff, and how the girls at school, the girls is clowning him. And he was all like, blase, because somehow doing theater makes you gay or something like that. I'm like, well, it's gay basketball players. Anybody can be gay and do a whole type of shit. So he gets upset, and then the father, he trying to come in here like, "You don't let nobody words affect you, da-da-da." So the son gets up and he was like, "Listen, it wasn't their words that affected me, it was your words that affected me." And Lou was like, "What, bitch? How me? I'm supposed to be the emotional support perfect little angel." So next thing you know, he was like, "Listen, when I told you, when I came to you that I want to do theater and I didn't want to focus on basketball, even though I know how to do both because I'm talented, bitch. You clown me and say I wear wigs and da-da-da-da." Child, Lewis was all like, "My bad, little nigga. Shit, I don't give a fuck if you wear a thong, bitch. Do what you got to play." He didn't say that, but he pretty much told him, like, it is what it is. I mean, it caught me off guard that you want to do theater. I don't see you doing theater, but whatever the case may be. And then the son was all like, "Listen, everybody keep talking about me and everything I do." Listen, this is the thing, little nigga. When you doing something that you interested in, that you passionate about, and you might be so excited to tell people, you just got always in the back of your head, it is a lot of hating ass bitches in this world. And a lot of people be too afraid to do things that they actually want to fucking do. So to look at somebody to find out they want to do something that's different or what they like, motherfuckers gonna always throw the motherfucking side eye, evil eye at your fucking ass because you have courage to do something that you fucking like that they ain't gonna fucking do. And then some people ain't talented. So it's like, this motherfucker can play basketball and he can go do sing on Broadway. Motherfuckers can't do that shit. Like, you, next time, keep your good news to your motherfucking self. You should have told your damn mama and not this unstable motherfucker, Lewis and Stalker. Lewis is weird. Okay? But that's my advice to you. Is this hating ass bitches in the world. And sometimes you gotta guard the things that's precious to your heart, and you gotta wait to, like, you was on stage and then like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm in Hamilton," because people just don't ever wish positivity to people or good things. They feel like you're their competition, but honestly, your only competition in this lifetime is yourself. Because if you look at what you did last year to this year, you had to level up and measure up, like, hey, what did I accomplish? What did I accomplish? Like, but everybody's goals in life is to watch what you do, and then they can see what they can do. But yeah, this is a mess. So Jax gets home, and pretty much Lewis the Stalker tells her about the situation about the son being kicked out of school, and how he hurt his son's feelings about the whole Broadway dream, because you can't make it in Hollywood, sweetie, playing. But he hurt his feelings, and he pretty much just told Jax that he shouldn't have said that to him and all this stuff. But this is when the part gets parting. Okay, this is when the situation gets real. Um, Jax pretty much, hugs him. So, like, you're a good guy. And if man was like you and had your emotional intelligence, and, the world would be a better place. Okay, mind you, Lewis Stalker might not beat bitches' asses, but he got his flaws too. That motherfucker is a fallen angel motherfucking too. He fits in perfectly in the world. He just don't beat woman. Um, so they cozying up in bed, and she pretty much get him some tea. Like, what's the name? Carpool Hole. Remember Carpool Hole from last season that Stalker Lewis called up to have sex with because he's mad at Jax. She is pregnant, and she telling Lewis Stalker, JT Leslie got her pregnant, and he tried to give her the money to get an abortion, and she took the money to go on a shopping spree, but she didn't get the abortion, and she is showing now. And she said, "Man, this is a mess." So why JT laughing? Not JT. Jax laughing like, "Miss Mel, you might be a stepmother because Lewis and Stalker is not telling you about his hookup that he had because both of y'all was tagging each other's asses." So when she said that, Lewis' face looked like he had saw a ghost. He like his blood dropped. He like his life is flashed between his eyes because he like, wait a minute, I fucked Carpool Hole too. And because Carpool Hole is a pass around. It's not my baby. And not, that's Lou's baby. Oh my, that's. So now he looking cross-eyed because he didn't tell Jax that he slept with Carpool Hole. So he just gonna stay quiet until Carpool Hole knock on the door. Next thing you know, Sherlock Holmes comes to Jack's house and tells her, listen, they gonna find out who that loan shark white guy was. So pretty much he was JT's Shanta's husband, business partner, and some stuff like that. And something business wise, they found these, and all this stuff was, he was working with JT real close when it deals with money situation and business. And then he flashback and you see him at the little ceremony they had 3 months ago that the husband did for his foundation, and how he was there, and old boy, juvenile delinquent, right, was there, and Chanel, and I all snapped. So now we flip to what happened. Okay, so Chanel and her husband JT, the punk bitch, decided that he was she was, she tells him, I'm gonna leave you, and like, you never tell nobody that you gonna leave them, you just leave. But it's a lot of emotions attached. They have a Mars relationship. I'm gonna leave. He's like, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. I didn't pay good money for that motherfucking blazing here. Bland. So so they so next thing you know, they arguing, and he is whooping this bitch ass. He is whooping her ass. I mean, flinging her across the room, shoving her face in the wall. I mean, he's just swinging her. Next, he does the Gaga move, which is he grab her motherfucking throat, and she motherfucking moving like she Bart Simpson, and to the point that she's about to die. Like so when he's choking her, she's having these flashback of moments of like her life and everything, because she's losing air. Like he's killing her with he's about to kill her with a fucking passion. So while she thought she getting ready to die, somebody comes and clunk his bitch ass in the head. And next, the episode ends and the world will never know. All I know is that clearly we all have figured out who probably clunked him in the head was her boo thing. The young boy. The young boy, young Tinder, the one she tried to run away with and be Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, what's that one song? I hear sirens when we make love. I know what's that? I don't care, we on the run, long as I'm next to you. So pretty much, that's the ending of Reasonable Doubt. Chanel is trying to cover for her little young tenderoni because he killed old boy, and because old boy was trying to kill Chanel, and he probably would have, that relationship was a mess, but he probably would have got a cleanup crew to come clean her body up. But so that's it for this episode of Chanel and Jax and everything. So I'll be back with episode 5 and this is called Prime Time. So this is it for season 2, episode 4 review, and it's called Prime Time Reasonable Doubt. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for any of my social network, and everything's gonna be in the link below. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy it, and bye.